Welcome to the Gold Collection, a 24-carat guide through A to Z, shining the spotlight on the best of the best from the world of entertainment. E is for elaborate, empowered, edge, educational, elegant, eloquent, exorcism, and more. Today, the Gold Collection is brought to you by the letter E, and E stands for elaborate. From complex set design to lavish costumes, in Hollywood, money is no object. The Matrix raised the bar for action films by introducing new levels of realism with elaborate stunt work and visual effects. For Matrix Reloaded and The Matrix Revolutions, the action sequences were so over the top, they required special effects supervisor John Gaeta to reinvent cinematography itself. Rather than closing down an existing freeway for the awe-inspiring freeway chase, the filmmakers built their own, complete with a 19-foot high wall and 2 overpasses. Move over computers. The large and lavish movie set, built the expensive and old-fashioned way, is making a comeback.
While you were in the air, there was a military coup in your country.
Steven Spielberg isn't known to skimp on costs, and for The Terminal, starring Tom Hanks and Catherine Zeta-Jones, he built an elaborate airport arrival-departure facility from scratch.
No, Mr. Navorsky.
There was no soundstage in LA big enough for the 4 football field size set, so a former Boeing factory was used, needing some 650 tons of steel.
Now hold on to the railing.
James Cameron's $200 million disaster epic Titanic has become a bona fide cultural phenomenon, thanks to the elaborate sets and costumes, the luxury, romance, and sheer grand scale of the production.
Trust me?
I trust you.
The film had all the ingredients of a blockbuster, and fans agree, in terms of set and costumes alone, the movie was never anything less than outstanding.
Open your eyes.
Through elaborate movie making, Cameron brought to life the luxury liner. E is for empowered, and these Hollywood ladies did it their own way. I'm a personality as well as an actress, Katharine Hepburn once declared, and her bold, distinctive personality was apparent almost from birth.
Hello.
The actress's outspokenness lost her more jobs than she received.
I didn't think that alcohol would... Oh, shut up.
Primarily because she refused to play the Hollywood game. She dressed in slacks, went without makeup, refused to pose for pin-up pictures, give autographs, or grant interviews. By refusing to tell anything less than the truth, Katharine Hepburn became one of the most empowered women in Hollywood.
You haven't been exactly slow.
Considering herself a classical actress, Olivia de Havilland tried to refuse the traditional roles offered to her, for which she was told she'd be ruined in Hollywood if she didn't cooperate. To the contrary, de Havilland went on to make news when she sued Warner Brothers for extending her 7-year contract by tacking on the months she'd been on suspension for refusing to take a part.
This might be the most precious moment in our lives.
I hope not in these
This
days.
empowered actress won her case, and the de Havilland law destroyed the studio's ability to enslave their actors.
About you, Jeb Stewart. My brother thinks you're wonderful. But then he was dropped on his head when he was a baby.
But it's very sensitive.
Right. Can anyone see my nipples?
Perhaps the ultimate thinking man's sex symbol, Helen Mirren is also one of the most respected and empowered actresses of British stage, screen and television. Mirren has proved herself as an actress of versatility and great presence, with a willingness to go beyond safe conventionality, as demonstrated in films like Calendar Girls and The Cook, the Thief, His Wife and Her Lover. Now into her 60s, Helen Mirren continues to be an inspirational actress. E is for edge, and some celebrities spend most of their lives living there.
You're tearing me apart!
James Dean became one of the most admired screen stars of all time, achieving cult status and becoming an icon of American culture, all after appearing in just 3 feature films. His rebel persona and live fast, die young attitude fast-tracked Dean's staggering popularity, which would later become the James Dean cult. But Dean's life-on-the-edge existence and fascination with speed would ultimately claim his life in a head-on collision in his Porsche. One of the most prominent supermodels of the 90s was ultra-thin Kate Moss. Back then, Moss was consistently scrutinised over her slim look, and detractors often speculated she was anorexic. More recently shocking pictures revealed that the model is still living life on the edge when she was photographed snorting cocaine with her junkie lover, Peter Doherty. Roguishly handsome, arrogant and constantly cavalier, UK rocker Robbie Williams is just as well known for his hard partying as his #1 singles. Williams has admitted that life on the edge led him to spiral into addiction, including cocaine, ecstasy and alcohol. But he is unrepentant about his past indiscretions, and when asked if he's confident about staying off mind-altering substances, he replied, "No, I'm not confident at all." E is for educational, so pay attention, we'll be asking questions later.
And to be taught a useful trade.
Take down the shutters.
Clear the office.
Say your prayers.
Yes.
Abandoned at an early age, Oliver Twist, played by Barney Clark in this 2005 remake of the Charles Dickens classic, is lured into a world of crime by the sinister Fagin, played by Ben Kingsley.
Oliver Twist. Why are you known as the Artful Dodger? That's why.
And his education in pickpocketing and crime begins.
Twist. I hope I have the honour of a more intimate acquaintance.
Are you some preacher, man? Because God ain't gonna do you no good in this neighborhood.
Leave the gym.
I ain't scared of nobody, because I'll lay you out.
I don't think so.
Teachers ain't supposed to touch students.
I'm not a teacher. I'm the new basketball coach.
In Coach Carter, Samuel L. Jackson is concerned about more than just winning basketball games. It's about a good education and his team's future. And in typical Hollywood fashion, the coach is able to get these underachievers to see beyond their hoop dreams and teach them about a future with endless possibilities.
It's brilliant, really, when you think about it. A finishing school disguised as a college. I thought that I was headed to a place that would turn out tomorrow's leaders, not their wives. To hell with Wellesley, I'm done.
In Mona Lisa Smile, Julia Roberts plays Catherine Watson, a recent UCLA graduate hired to teach art history at the prestigious all-female Wellesley College.
Too considerate.
Determined to confront the outdated ideals that embrace them, Catherine inspires her traditional students to challenge the lives they are expected to lead. And of course, along the way, the teacher is given an education herself. is for elegant, and these stars never look anything but. She's been described as ethereal, luminescent and eternally elegant. Australian actress and Oscar winner Cate Blanchett is the epitome of designer chic. Blessed with wonderful bone structure and model proportions, Cate always does justice to her designer wardrobe. Understated and supremely elegant, Cate Blanchett seems to have been born to grace the red carpet. Jacqueline Onassis had a sense of style and taste that seemed to permeate everything she undertook. Within a very short time of becoming America's First Lady, Jackie had become a fashion icon to women of all ages, all over the world. From the pillbox hat and gloves, and later to the oversized sunglasses, it was Jacqueline Onassis who brought beauty, intelligence and elegance to the White House. With an amazing physical presence, beautiful Oscar winner Charlize Theron epitomizes class and grace. The A-list actress not only strikes a stunning pose, her elegant demeanour continues on in her private life. Not one to be caught partying in the LA or New York club scene, Charlize handles her celebrity with grace and humility, whether on the red carpet or conducting an interview. A throwback to the golden era of Hollywood, Charlize Theron is a most elegant beauty. E is for eloquent. Ian McKellen, the highly acclaimed performer on both stage and screen, is regarded by many as the greatest living British actor. The eloquent McKellen's roles have spanned genres from serious Shakespearean and modern theatre to popular action movies. The articulate actor has most recently enjoyed his role as Gandalf in the tremendously successful Lord of the Rings trilogy.
One ring to find them, one ring to bring them all, and in the darkness, fight.
English comedian, author, actor and director Stephen Fry was educated at Stouts Hall and Queen's College, Cambridge, where he gained top marks in English. So, it's no wonder this silver-tongued academic is so eloquent. With films and books to his credit, Fry is also the comedy collaborator of Hugh Laurie.
Thank you very much indeed, and thank you for that play on music. I love the smell of lip balm in the evening.
For a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, the medicine go down.
With an amazing 4-octave voice, British actress and singer Julie Andrews is probably best known as the smooth-spoken nanny Mary Poppins. Playing innocent characters like Maria in The Sound of Music only reinforced Andrews' prim and proper persona. The eloquent actress is known for rounding her vowels, and being well-spoken is what led her to being cast in The Princess Diaries and its sequel.
Shut up.
E is for exorcism.
Father Carras.
Has entrusted the souls of the redeemed to be led into heaven. Pray therefore the God of peace to crush Satan beneath our feet, that he may no longer retain man's battle.
Do you understand how long they can put you away for this?
I want people to hear what only I can tell.
And what is that?
What really happened to Emily and why.
Told in terrifying flashbacks, the exorcism of Emily Rose is even more frightening because it's inspired by true events. Rejected by its producers upon completion, Paul Schrader's The Exorcist, the original prequel, is an intelligent, subversive take on this frightening material.
Don't ever touch me with that again, priest.
Made by one of the legendary figures of new American cinema, horror fans agree that the original is the best. When Schrader's film failed to impress producers, they opted to remake the picture with director Renny Harlin. In The Exorcist: The Beginning, Harlin brought a more visually aggressive approach to the story, but it was released to middling critical and financial response. But the story remained the same. When Father Lancaster Merrin discovers an ancient crypt, he finds himself face to face with unspeakable evil.
Run.
E is for eerie, so get ready for a shiver down the spine. In 28 days, a powerful virus is unleashed on the British public following a raid on a primate facility. Transmitted by a drop of blood and devastating within seconds, the virus locks those infected into a permanent rage.
We have to leave now. More will be coming. They always do.
This eerie story is made even more chilling when survivors realise that the deadly virus isn't the only thing that threatens them.
They're dead. And you're gonna be next.
Secret Window tells the story of a successful author, Mort Rainey, played by Johnny Depp, who is trying to beat a case of writer's block at his cabin in the middle of nowhere.
Remember my story, Secret Window. You and me are the only people that know about that, right?
But things take an eerie turn when a psychotic stranger shows up at his doorstep, accusing Rainey of plagiarising his story and demanding revenge.
My ending.
Obsessed with teaching his victims the value of life, a deranged, sadistic serial killer is abducting morally wayward people and forcing them to play horrific games for their own survival.
Find the path through the razor wire.
Technically speaking, he's not really a murderer.
Saw is the eerie tale of victims faced with impossible choices, struggling to win back their lives or die trying.
For his victims to kill themselves.
E is for effervescent, and these ladies are as bubbly as they come. Hollywood Golden Girl Sandra Dee kicked off her career with a Golden Globe Award for Most Promising Newcomer in 1958. The platinum blonde with the girl next door innocence and effervescent personality had a flourishing film career and became known for her wholesome roles. Dee's 1950s surfer girl persona was the inspiration for the song Look at Me, I'm Sandra Dee, which featured in the musical Grease.
Hi, not bad for a beginner.
English actress Minnie Driver's bubbly style saw her have a comedic recurring role in the sitcom Will and Grace.
Ooh, your mistake. Now, I believe you know where the door is. It's the tall, square thing you go through on your way to the plastic surgeon.
The effervescent star of Ripple Effect was nominated for an Academy Award for her performance in Good Will Hunting.
Does not happen! Ubaldo, andiamo!
With a smile that could light up a room, it would be hard to believe effervescent star Cameron Diaz ever has a bad day. The star of the Charlie's Angels movies is renowned for being a shiny, happy person and has a reputation for having great fun on set while still getting the job done. But when you have a body and face that look this good, it's no wonder Cameron is in a perpetual good mood.
I just like to ride it rough and hard. It's a nice ride. Oh, sorry.
E is for enigmatic. And don't we love a man with a little mystery? He was born as Prince Rogers Nelson, then was simply known as Prince. Between 1993 and 2000, this enigmatic performer was the artist formerly known as Prince, now being identified by a symbol.
Even the soldiers need a break sometime.
This influential singer-songwriter with a passion for purple certainly is a mystery wrapped in a puzzle, but many critics regard the quality and versatility of Prince's music as being indicative of musical genius.
Call it what you like. I'm a call it how it be. This is just another one of God's gifts, musicology.
Enigmatic artist, filmmaker and designer, Andy Warhol is synonymous with pop art.
Yeah, but they didn't think the same thing when Orson Welles made...
I don't know whether he's a genius or not. I mean, there's a lot of...
Warhol introduced the world, and particularly America, to the idea of life as art. But the most intriguing aspect of Warhol was his private life, an indefinable mixture of artistic creativity, mystery and sexual scandal. For almost 2 decades, Andy Warhol maintained the position of infamous media icon. There's no doubt that David Bowie is a musical chameleon, adapting himself according to fashion and trends. This enigmatic performer has continued to impress his legion of fans because of his music, live performance and acting abilities. From the ambiguous Ziggy Stardust to his experimental albums of the 70s and dance floor hits of the 80s, few performers have had such a lasting impact as the enigmatic Mr. David Bowie. That's all for today. Next time, the Gold Collection shines the spotlight on F.